Good morning, everybody. Today we are going to learn about the otic ganglion and its connections. Otic ganglion is the peripheral parasympathetic ganglion present in the infratemporal fossa. It is situated medial to the trunk of the mandibular nerve. The mandibular nerve trunk, which is present under the foramen ovale, if you see the relations of that trunk, if this is the trunk of the mandibular nerve, immediately posterior to it is the middle meningeal artery. Middle meningeal artery is present posterior to the trunk, and the trunk divides into two branches. One is a small anterior branch and a large posterior branch. The posterior branch gives three branches: the auriculotemporal branch, the inferior alveolar branch, and the lingual nerve. The auriculotemporal nerve emerges by two roots which encircle the middle meningeal artery. And the auriculotemporal nerve curves around the neck of the mandible and reaches the scalp in front of the ear. While going like that, it passes near the parotid gland, where it handovers the secretomotor fibers to the parotid gland. Here, the trunk of the mandibular nerve on its medial side presents the nerve to the medial pterygoid muscle. So this is the nerve to the medial pterygoid muscle. Trunk of mandibular nerve and nerve to the medial pterygoid, and this is auriculotemporal nerve. This is middle meningeal artery. Middle meningeal artery. At the origin of this nerve to the medial pterygoid, the otic ganglion surrounds its origin like this. So this is the location of the otic ganglion. Thus, the otic ganglion is topographically related to the mandibular nerve, but functionally it is related to the glossopharyngeal nerve. The glossopharyngeal nerve, which is the nerve of the posterior one-third of the tongue and the pharynx, it is originated in the medulla oblongata, and it carries fibers from the inferior salivatory nucleus of the medulla oblongata. They pass from the inferior salivatory nucleus through the ninth nerve, that is the glossopharyngeal nerve, and from there through its tympanic branch. And from there they participate in the formation of tympanic plexus around the tympanum. From there, the tympanic plexus From there, the lesser petrosal nerve starts. So, through the lesser petrosal nerve, they pass into the ganglion. So, the lesser petrosal nerve comes to the ganglion and relays there. So the first order preganglionic secretomotor fibers to the parotid gland start from inferior salivatory nucleus, pass through the glossopharyngeal nerve, then through its tympanic branch, participate in the tympanic plexus, then through lesser petrosal nerve, they come and relay in the otic ganglion. From the otic ganglion, the secondary order neurons, they start there, pass through the auriculotemporal nerve, and they reach the parotid gland. So this is the pathway for the parasympathetic fibers to the parotid gland. Here, the middle meningeal artery is surrounded by the sympathetic plexus of the nerves. These fibers origin in the superior cervical sympathetic ganglion and they pass through the plexus around the middle meningeal artery and they enter the otic ganglion. They won't relay there, but they pass through the otic ganglion and they also travel through this auriculotemporal nerve to reach the parotid gland. Thus, the secretomotor fibers and the parasympathetic fibers both will travel through the ganglion, but the only parasympathetic fibers only they will relay in the ganglion, and then fibers to the nerve to the medial pterygoid muscle, and it also gives filaments to the tensor tympani muscle and tensor veli palatine muscle. They also pass through the ganglion without any relay. This can be represented like this. If you see the ganglion, if this is the ganglion, we have parasympathetic secretomotor fibers. They come and relay there and they go to the parotid gland. Sympathetic fibers, which are vasomotor fibers, they also pass through the ganglion without any relay and reach to the parotid gland. And fibers to the nerve to medial pterygoid, fibers to the tensor veli palatine, and tensor tympani also pass through the ganglion without any interruption. This is about the otic ganglion. So, in next class, we will meet with another topic.